Hello and welcome to Geekatplay tutorials. In this tutorials, we're going to create this canyon with image mappings techniques, so you can learn how you can use a different type images to create shapes, apply textures, and also how we can set up to create a nice backdrop for some other of your projects. So let's go ahead and start work on this. Okay, so let's begin by creating a standard terrain. And I'm going to edit this object. I will use its standard terrain to create with a high map to use it. And again, if you purchase these tutorials, the high map is included in pack. If you don't have it for one or other reason, you can download them from my site or other, and it's plenty of them available in the web. So we'll just go over techniques how to create fast and nice canyon with a view. So I'm going to increase resolution, and I want to have the same resolution as the image that I'm going to use. So next I'm going to open import terrain, and we'll go ahead and load it our image. Okay, right here in collection you can see I have it height, where, and one what we needed it is canyon height. So I'll click OK. You can preview, we can increase smaller, larger. So I'm just going to set better probably about 50%. Let's click OK. Here's we have our beautiful canyon. Let's click OK. And now we can reposition, take our camera and find the good spot for the render. Okay, let's go bring it slightly down. Okay, we can look on a couple different areas. So right here we can also take and kind of maybe rotate. So let's take our camera view from this point. You can see, because terrain, we can literally go through the terrain and preview on all ends. What I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to find the most interesting part. I think actually what was before, it was kind of nicer. So we can rotate back. Okay, I think it's this way. Nope. Okay, there you go. So we rotate this way. Camera, I think this, yeah, this is about right side that I want to use it. Okay, we can bring slightly up. Pull camera back. So kind of readjusting, find good spots we can render, and it's look great. Okay, next what I want to do is start to work on materials. You'll notice right here by default we have our terrain set with default material, and I'll just keep it as for now. What next I want to do it is apply a new material based on some of those maps we have, which is like flow map, deposit, and other ones. So for the flow map, I'm going to create, we can call this base. Okay, I'm going to create a new layer, just a blank one. Be sure our environment, everything set properly. And I'm going to, in transparency, set all away global transparency, enable variable transparency, and right here I'm going to right click and click on edit function. So this time what I want to do is replace how my colors will distribute it. For this one, we'll just go create texture map, project texture. Let's go open, and we'll go preloaded flow for now. So we'll go open flow map. A couple of things I want to be sure it's a binary set, so we'll just leave it as default. And I'm going to just select right here from the filter. Actually, I go to all transparency right here. Let's go to the transparency. And also we can leave it a little bit to the alpha, because with the filters you'll notice we can create different colors. So as color open, I'm going to color map, select brown, yellow. So you notice we connect to the car, And right on end, you can see it's already colors are changing. They kind of does not map properly because we set to world standard. We want to switch to this object parametric. Okay, let's click OK. And we can, for now, just let's go take our top camera. Okay, right here, and move it a little bit up above. So we can preview, see how our mapping is happen. Let's go click screen 640. Okay. And let's go ahead render. So you can see we have a nice map overlay. We do have some of this color which kind of overlay, but we have it red. We don't have it any yellow. And one thing, if you remember, I added some of the filter right on the color. So what I want to do with this filter, it is bring a little bit more yellow into. And yellow, it will be with our white color. So we just need to bring slightly higher. Let's make it smooth. Transition right there. You can see right here on the materials, we just have nice, slightly kind of yellow edge. Is what I'm going after. Okay, let's click OK. This is our flow map. Okay, let's preview one more time. You can see now we have it red tops, kind of going sandy yellow, so it's look good. On a base, okay, let's rename this flow. We could change color to a little bit more sandy. So yellow, we can apply it so it will have it a little bit more this. Okay, maybe even deeper sand color. So it's our base on this one. Next, we can add additional maps. If you remember, we had as a deposit, and we have it where. So deposit, it's on the bottom where it's going. And as deposit, we actually can use it green color, so add like a vegetation or something else. So let's create new. And for this one, we can, as a deposit, I'm going to actually use a different. I'm going to select color alpha. We'll go to natural grain. We'll switch kind of almost like, yellowish green kind of. Let's click OK. And other color, a bit brighter green maybe. So we can have it grain between these two. Let's pop up contrast. Kind of nice between roughness. Too much in distortion maybe. So kind of need to find a little bit nicer balance in this. Okay. So I think this will work very well. Okay, next, same things. I want to take transparency, but let's go right now, change to object parametric. Okay, everything at one. We'll go global transparency, variable transparency, and we go inside the function now to modify this. So notice right here we have some residual. We can remove it. Go to the texture map, projected. So we'll go open another one, and we'll use a deposit. So it's right here. Let's click OK. And we'll go to connect transparency to our input. Okay, I want to be sure it's set binary. We click OK. And at this point, if we preview, you can see we should have it on the bottom right there, a little bit more with deposit, kind of greenish color start coming up. Okay, and yeah, it's deposit. So let's go create a new layer, and it will be on top with the where one. Okay, in same environment, we'll go right here, and we'll put this on a map where we're going to use. Okay, as a color, as example, let's go just take a red color so we can see very well what's happening. a global transparency variable. We'll set again to object parametric. Okay, go edit. Right here, we'll go to select. Same things what we did before. Okay, binary, and we'll go to load it this where map now. Let's click OK and select transparency. Now you can see right on the map what's happening where we have this where map is applied. So you can see on a canyon, one deposit. Sometimes those maps, we need to switch them a little bit up and down, depend how much you want. And of course, you can always inverse that map if you think the where should be right on this area. So you can not necessarily need to use a precise map. So see whatever it's work best for you. But for this one, we'll set OK here. Let's go in color, switch to the natural grain. That's what I'm going to use it. And for this one, actually, I'm going to use something darker and mix it with a little bit darker, kind of almost blue, kind of. So it's very unusual. Will be contrast, roughness, will bring scale down. So kind of almost like granite or something, you know, bring right there. There you go. So let's take this one where, and we'll go put it down below flow. Okay, we can take our deposit, and on deposit also what I want to do, it's inverse. So I kind of want to put it right on bottom. Okay, let's click OK, and you can see what is happening. And we'll take deposit and put it below flow. So I want flow on the top. Let's go click OK right now and render our map. Okay, so you can see we have a very nice, beautiful coloring for the massive applied to our texture. So this time we can switch to main camera view. Okay, let's go zoom, maybe even kind of out slightly this way, so we can preview canyon. Okay, and let's go view from our main camera view. So right here you can see how very well we have all this beautiful materials applied. The next step, what I want to do, let's see if we add some plants on the bottom, and we can use it actual distribution for the plants, same type of maps we used before. So let's go open, and remember we have where on the bottom. So I select where, and I'm going to click and select ecosystem. So in this case, ecosystem will take presence, same on bottom layer, but also I know it's echo where system. As a density going, I want enable variable density, right click, says edit function. And right here, I want to add texture map, same projected. We'll go open, and in this case, we'll go select again where map. Let's click OK, binary, and one thing you'll notice, black and red. So let's see, black and white. So let's go see what's happening when we start populating. I'm going to click OK. Be sure it's set object parametric. Let's go inside here and we'll just add maybe Scottish pine for now. Okay, we'll go click populate. Okay, nothing happened. So let's see density. Okay, obviously it does not populate it in some areas. We'll go inside and let's kind of readjusting, see what's going on with our density. So obviously we want to try inverse right now, and that is actually should populate it on some other areas. Okay, we don't need it. Actually, you know what, to properly, so we don't affect anything, I'll just bring back up right now variable. And if you notice what we click populate, it's populate on all areas except where I needed my variable be. So it's obviously telling me it's populating on a white colors. So inverse back what we had before. Let's click OK, and we'll go populate right now. Okay, a couple things. Let's see what we have. Object parametric set properly here. Okay. So it's obviously populating just a little bit. Okay, edit function right here. I want to just be sure the set will go once. Okay, and it's populated. If you all have a problem to find where does the populated, what we can do, we can set color. Let's clear. And in a preview, okay, let's go from top view. You can see where it will populated our plants. However, because here's kind of tricky things. Because the color is kind of gray, not very set, sometimes it will populate and go some small instance in other places. So we need some set restrictions. The one of them is by creating a filter. Okay, it's connected between a filter on a density. And we'll take this filter and add a little bit more contrast to this. So this way we kind of start clipping some other areas where we don't want them to populate it. Let's click OK. Now if you populate it, you can see we kind of more clip to populate inside where we want it on those where system. Except in this case, I don't want to populate on the sides. I want to populate down. So let's go right here, inverse. I want to go in my filter, modified. Just want to be sure my white areas is a little bit less. Okay, let's click OK. Click populate. So now we populate it on the sides. And we can take also some areas too many right around this. Let's go take down. So we'll go present. And we'll bring down. So we'll have it only populating kind of, you can see below down there. Okay, let's increase fuzziness a little bit. We'll take density, decrease density. And we can add some of the plants. So we have this one. Let's go add just a little bit different style of the plants. Okay, click OK. Let's populate preview. Okay, I think this is kind of look nice this way. Let's leave it for now. We'll click OK. Switch to the main camera. And I'm going to render the preview. So you can see we have a nice kind of plants. Maybe, still be maybe too many. Maybe just need to reduce slightly amount of those plants. So let's continue in the next tutorial. Just add more of different varieties and see if we can come up with even more realistic, more interesting cover.